everyone. I am Ayushi Agarwal from ABS Engineering College, Ghaziabad, and today in this video lecture, we will be discussing about addressing mode, numerical on addressing mode. So we have already covered what are addressing mode and what are the different forms of addressing mode in the previous video, where we have understood that there is an instruction which comprises of the data on which that particular instruction has to be performed, right? So our instruction comprises of the data on which it has to be performed. But the instruction itself is a combination of two components. One is the opcode and another is the operand. So opcode is the operation that has to be performed on the data, and actually operand is itself the data. So these two words are similar for the same thing. Data and operand are the same thing. But we consider that the section which comprises of the operand is the address field, where your operand or the data is located inside the register set or inside the memory set. So these are the two locations where the data is stored. So the address field gives you the address value, and that address value we have stated the term for that as effective address. So effective address is the location where your data is stored inside the register field or memory field, right? So now let us understood the numerical based on addressing mode as according to the syllabus. It is very much important as you get the numericals in your externals based on this topic. So over here, let us understood with this example. Over here, you are provided with the memory section, and the memory section comprises of the whole program. Complete whole program is stored in the memory section. We understood it as like this. Now, the first instruction of the program, that is the first address of the program, will be located through the program counter. As we have already understood that program counter stores the address of the first instruction. So program counter is giving you the first address value, which is 200, which is storing the instruction. That is your opcode. And your address field is stored at the location 201. Your address field is at the location 201. So your address field is having the address value 201. Inside the address field, you are having a value 500. So consider it as that you have an instruction. This instruction comprises of opcode and address field. Inside the memory section, this complete opcode section is stored at the address location 200, and this address field section is located at address location 201. That means your complete instruction is located at two addresses, 200 and 201, right? So, and here you have given some values for register set as a register value as 400 and index register value as 100. So these are few values we are provided with, and further instructions are being given over here. Now let me make you one thing clear over here very well so that you can understand the numericals further clearly. Since we have a program counter over here at location 200, the opcode is fetched. Till the time the processor, CPU, is further decoding this opcode, program counter is already located at the location 201. So as soon as program counter is located as 201, processor has almost completed the decoding process of this opcode and will fetch this location 201 data. Till the time processor is processing this particular data, the program counter is already on the next instruction, that is 202. Till the time processor will fetch the data from location 202, the program counter is already at the another location 203. So understood that program counter is always having the next instruction data when the processor is processing the current instruction. This is very much important to get clear in your minds that whenever the processor is fetching or working on the current instruction, the program counter will always store the next instruction address value. Okay. Let's now move on. Now, what we have to calculate over here is we have to calculate the effective address and data. We have to calculate the effective address and data for the following addressing modes. Immediate addressing, direct, indirect, register direct, and register indirect, and indexed addressing mode. So now let's perform one by one. Program counter is at the location, initially at the location 200. R1 is storing value 400 and index register value as 100. Now, first is the immediate addressing mode. According to the definition of immediate addressing mode, whenever there is an instruction, this instruction comprises of the opcode, right? And you have the address field. So opcode is the operation, whatever your operation has to be performed on the data or the operand. And the address field will give you the effective address value where the data is stored in the memory section. Now, in case of immediate addressing mode, what we have stated in the previous video is the address field section will comprise of the data itself, right? The immediate addressing mode in case of address field will give you the data itself. So over here, in case of immediate addressing mode, we have already understood that the opcode section is at the location 200 and the address field data is at the location 201. So in case of immediate addressing mode, the effective address value is 200 and at the location 201, effective address value is 201. At the location 201, data stored is 500. So data is 500, but effective address is 201. Now next comes the direct addressing mode. In case of direct addressing mode, the address field section, which is a 201, will give you the direct effective address where the data is stored. So in case of direct addressing mode over here, your effective address is actually 500 and at the location of 500, you have the data 800. In case of indirect addressing mode, at in the address field, you have the value where your data is stored, where your effective address is stored. So address field is having the value 500. This at the location of 500, the effective address value is stored. So in case of indirect addressing mode, your effective address value is 800 and your data at the location 800 is 300. So in case of indirect addressing mode, your effective address is 800, data is 300. Register direct. So in case of register direct, you are already provided with the data that register direct is register R1, which is storing the data 400. So register direct, in case of register direct, you are already provided in the question itself that you have a register direct is location R1. So in case in this memory section, this is the memory set, but register direct, as the term stated over here, is register. So we are not showing the register over here, but we are considering that there is a register set which on which there is location R1 and that R1 is having the data 400. So effective address is R1, data is 400, which is stored in that particular register, which is register direct. So in case of register direct, you need to remember the definition that the address field is considered as a register number and that register number stores the data. So in case of address field, in this scenario, address field will be considered as a register number. And this register number over here is provided as R1. and that R1 register stores the value 400. So in case of register direct, your effective address is R1, data is 400. Now register indirect. So in case of register indirect, you are having the value from the register set. So in case of register number, you are having the value 400 in the register set. From the location 400, you will fetch the data, that is indirect addressing mode. So in case of effective address, you will have the value 400, which is the location of the memory set where your operand is stored. So the effective address is 400 and data stored at location 400 is 700. That is register indirect. Next is the indexed addressing mode. For index addressing mode, what we need to do is, according to the definition, the instruction set comprises of opcode. Then there is an index register value, and then comes the address field. Now this index register value is 100, which needed to be added with the address field value. So index register value is added to the address field value. Address field value is 500. Index register value is 100, which is equals to 600. So this is equals to, so effective address is index register value, which is 100 plus, or you can say that the value stored at the index register, the content of the index register added with the address value of the address field, which is 500, which is equals to 600. So effective address is 600 and data stored at that location is 900. So that's how we process the numerical processing for this kind of questions. So whenever these kind of questions came in your exam, always consider that this is the memory section and your and your instruction is a set of two components. One component is opcode, which is stored at one location. Another component is your addressable, which is located as the another location. Okay, another location. So in case of immediate, you will get the effective address directly and data itself. So you will be having the address value where your content is stored. So it will be fetched from the memory section. So 201 is the effective address in immediate addressing mode and data is 500. In case of direct, you are having the direct value stored in the address field, which is 500. In case of indirect addressing mode, this address is actually the location where your effective address is stored. So this is located and then that particular data is fetched. So in case of indirect addressing mode, you need to locate the memory section twice. In register direct, you will be having some register value which is storing some data. So that register is itself the value where the pointer or your processor is located, and at that location your data is fetched. In case of register indirect, the register which is storing the value is actually the address of the memory section where your data is stored. So this particular value will act as an effective address at that time, and then data will be fetched. In case of indexed addressing mode, you will be provided with some index register value which is added with the address field value, and then you will get the effective address where the data is stored. So effective address in this scenario is 100 plus 500, which is equals to 600. At the location 600, you have the value 900. So this is the data. Now let me make you understand few more things. For example, we have also seen one more kind of addressing mode, which is base addressing mode, base register addressing mode. So in case of base register addressing mode, for example, let me give you one example. For example, base register value is given as 300. So this 300 value will be added with the address field value. So address field value is 500. So 500 plus 300 is the effective address, which is equals to the 800. So 800 is the effective address. So at this effective address, data stored is your operand. So at the location 800, data stored is 300. So that's how you will calculate if the base register addressing mode is provided to you. Now let me give you one more example for auto-incremented and auto-decremented addressing mode. In case of auto-incremented and auto-decremented addressing mode, what we need to do is we need to fetch the address of the register. We need to fetch the address of the address value given in the instruction set. So instruction set stores the value 500. What we need to do is we need to fetch the data at this location. So 500 is located, data is fetched. When data is fetched, we need to add 1 to the value of the current address field. So plus 1 will be performed, plus 1 performed, then we will have the address location 501. So at in the memory section at the location 501 the data is fetched. Then plus 1, then again it is 502, then at that location data is fetched. 503, then that data is located. If we have auto decremented, then over here our address value is 500 and we need to perform auto decremented. So 500 minus 1 is 499. So at location 499, whatever data is located or stored, that data will be fetched. Then again auto decremented one more time it is performed, then it is 498. So at location 498, the data which is stored at that location, that data will be fetched, and so on. So from here, understood that whenever you are decrementing the value, whenever you are decrementing the memory set value, your pointer or your controller or your processor is moving upward in the memory section. But when you are increasing the value, at that time you are coming down in the memory section. So this is how the memory processes. When you increment the value, the pointer or the controller move downward in the memory section. But when you decrement the value, the pointer, counter, or the processor controller will move in the upward direction. So this is how you will perform the addressing mode numericals. So sometimes in questions in external exams may ask you only about the effective address. So at that time you just need to calculate the effective addresses. At some scenarios in some exams we have seen that they are asking only about the data, but sometimes they are asking about both effective address and data also. So be careful about the question, what it is asking in the external exams, and accordingly perform your question numerical related to addressing mode. So this is the reference from where you can see the more examples on addressing mode. In Morris Manu book, there are very good examples stated. Very good questions have been given from previous years as well of the AKTU based on the addressing mode. Please refer the chapter of addressing mode and please solve the questions from there. You may also download the soft copy of Morris Manu book from this link. So this is all about addressing mode numericals. Thank you for patience listening.